You're now tuned into Mixstation Radio Live. The views and opinions of the guests and the hosts you hear on Mixstation Radio Live are not necessarily those of the staff and the management of Mixstation Radio Live, its sponsors, or advertisers.
What up?
Okay, look, he's back like he never left. I know, dang.
He been gone for a minute.
He couldn't wait, y'all.
Y'all know I ain't gonna be shy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to R.U.M TV. It's your girl, Royalties, and your boy,
Chris.
And, yo, we have a special guest here today. Toby's in the house, okay?
What's up?
He's joining the cookout. Yo, Toby's going to give us some background on the company that he's a part of, and just tell us what cybersecurity is. I'm going to let you take the floor for now.
All right. First and foremost, thank you. Thank you very much for having me here.
Let me get a round of applause for Toby.
Thank you. First and foremost, thank you for having me on the show today, y'all.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you could be doing a lot of things today on Saturday. But for starters, cybersecurity, it's a field where we're really in charge of protecting people's data, right? We're protecting their data, protecting systems like this that you all have here, and just showing them the proper ways to protect sensitive information. And it's a lot more technical than that, but that's what the field of cybersecurity consists of. O-Line Security is actually a cybersecurity training academy. Okay, we're training folks to help them get into cybersecurity. We're also training them to help them get into IT. So we've pretty much become a hub for entry-level people like Chris to get the hands-on skills that they're looking for so they can actually become assets to somebody's company. Because some difficulty that people have getting in the field is, one, showing that they have these technical skills that the employers are looking for, right? Anybody can get a Security Plus certification.
Okay.
Right? It's challenging, but it's not something difficult to do on your own, which is what Chris is studying for, the Security Plus. What's difficult to do on your own is getting the hands-on skills. How do you actually identify the bad guys that are trying to break into your systems? How do you actually implement the cryptography and all the fancy cool words like asymmetric encryption, symmetric encryption? How do you actually implement it? That's where Chris comes into play. That's where O-Line Security comes into play, because we're going to teach him how to do that, right? And then the beautiful part about it is that we can just hand them over to our partners.
Wow.
Right? We're partners with some of the biggest IT staffing agencies in the country, like Tech Systems. We have we have good relationships with Deloitte, where we hand off our employees, our students over there. We have a bunch of students working at Deloitte right now. And we just landed a new partnership with Jopwell. Right? Jopwell is a very big IT staffing agency that's working primarily with minorities.
Wow, congratulations.
Right? Thank you so much.
Wow.
They're trying to help minorities. Well, they're bridging the gap between employers, recruiters, and minorities who have the skills that the employers are looking for. And we just had a big conference with them a few weeks ago. It was bigger than what I was expecting.
Wow.
And we got a few students right now who are lined up for job interviews. Some of them are in his class. So.
They are.
Okay, check y'all out. Hey, Chris. Thank you so much, Toby, for giving us the general background of that, but we're going to dive more into that. I just want to give a congratulations to Chris, y'all. For those of you who do not know, he's totally switching his career, guys, and it's so huge, and we're proud of him. Can we get a hand clap now, round of applause? I am the Yo, we're so super proud of Chris. Chris, how do you feel?
I'm anointed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really excited about it.
Okay.
I honestly, we've already had an episode a little bit about me switching this career, and I started to tell everybody, like, my dad started trying to teach me cybersecurity back when I was like 21 or 22. Mm-hmm. It was so boring. I fell asleep every day trying to read the information, trying to go over it. And so I had a friend named Julian that introduced me to the class, and I got introduced to Toby. And my dad took the class, and he loved it, and he told me I was going to love it. And, I mean, just the way Toby teaches, man, it really gives you an opportunity to have fun, enjoy it, and really understand. He asks you so many times to just ask questions if you don't understand. He's really polite. He's really
that's important.
Like,
Yeah.
he's going to give you every single thing you need, every tool. He's super patient. He's going to make sure you understand before you leave class. I love Toby. Like, he's really giving people an opportunity that is going to give you the financial stability, but then also like the opportunity to continue your learning and really do great. So
That's
I
awesome.
really
So
appreciate
Dad took Toby's class?
Yeah, Dad.
Oh, wow.
Right. Dad
Oh, wow.
took Toby's class.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, and like when Dad was talking to me, telling me about the class, and he assumed that, you know, by week 4, week 5, I would get bored and be out of it. But it was just the opposite for me. I just wanted to learn more. I still want to learn more. I think we're in week 6, going on week 7 next week.
Okay.
And I'm still excited about it. Actually, Toby's going to have another class that I'm going to be going into. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But
Check y'all out.
I'm continuing. I plan to continue to learn as much as I can from him and from O-line security, because this opportunity was more than I ever thought it was.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Chris is one of my favorite students in the class too. Y'all.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Wow.
Teacher's pet. Uncle Will, teacher's pet.
Crazy.
Thank you, Chris. Like, no.
You know what? That's the first time Toby ever told me that. So
Okay, well, you just
thank you.
listen.
No, I appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much, Toby. Thank you so much. That is
know
so
that.
cool.
But I appreciate
So
it.
why
Thank you.
is Chris your favorite in the class?
A number of reasons, but probably my top favorite reasons is because he's not afraid to ask questions.
Okay,
He
wow.
always asks questions, and that's something I encourage all the students to do. This is a brand new field to you,
Yeah.
right? It's difficult for people to try to learn this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, everybody can't do that. But when you get the opportunity to be in a class and you paid to be in the class, ask questions. Ask as many questions as you can. And I think you asked one day, what if you don't know how to ask a question? Or what if you don't know what to ask? Well, then just ask me to repeat it again.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I'll repeat it again.
That was last class.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Wow. Okay, so Chris, what's your favorite part about the class?
My favorite part about class,
You just like it all, huh?
honestly, yeah. I mean, I told Toby actually just the other day, I had a rough day at work. And I was like just done with the entire day. I wanted to go home and go to sleep.
I understand.
And I knew I had class that night, and I was like, you know what? It's going to be okay because we're going to have class tonight. It's going to be better. And I told him, like, after class, like, as frustrated as I was with the day, I just knew at the end of class that my day was just all the way better. I did still end up going to sleep because I was tired. But I can't put one thing on it. I think that starting to understand different things that we learn in class, and I'm going to let Toby kind of teach it because he's better at speaking it
Of
right now
course.
than I am.
I get it.
But I'll tell you something we learned one of the first weeks of classes. When your screen is on, let's say you're on Google, you're about to search something. The process of what's going on your computer screen to get an internet service or a website to come up on the screen, like breaking that down was crazy fun. Understanding what's really going on, and then understanding like how it comes up on your screen, and then understanding how to protect yourself
Right.
from different attacks that could come out of that. It just kind of drew me to start asking more questions, start thinking of more things, start thinking of more ways that people could try to attack you, and then to start having those conversations where I understand what's going on and where the people I'm talking to is understanding what's going on. It just was a lot of fun. So I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm back in school, and I loved it at school. So
You did. Oh, y'all, he was annoying in middle school. I love him so much, but he, woo, yes, okay? The most hated in class because he just was the know-it-all, okay?
paying attention
Okay.
is key.
Absolutely. Okay, I just want to give a little bit of background, and then I'm going to let you take over. Y'all, I want to dive into the fact that growing up, a lot of parents were so big on their children staying in a career that pays well, that has good benefits, but their mental is not. It's not where it needs to be. They're not comfortable there. They're drained every day. Guys, if you were like myself growing up, my dad worked long, dumb hours, okay, for big companies. And he would come home, he's frustrated, he didn't really have time for us. He needed to catch up on his rest. So I want parents to just really, how can I say this? Support your children in their career path and just let them know experience is the best teacher. You support them. You understand that they want to go a certain route, but they'll know for sure if it's for them and if it's not. And where God, He'll provide. So if that's where He wants you to be, the money will be there. The benefits will be there. So just support your children, y'all. Chris is doing an awesome job. I'm so proud of Toby. Mr. Wilbur, Uncle Will, can we please get that bell, sir? Thank you so much. You look, he know exactly what the bell means. But if Uncle Will can't get to that, we got one. Ow. Okay, listen. Presentation is everything, y'all. I was running around. King had to get a haircut today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give Chris this and something that was delivered to me. Okay, and then we can just go on. I'm gonna just be off the show now, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can open it now.
I was gonna say I'm gonna wait until after the show to open.
I want you to open it now. I think I want you to open it now. Whoa! It's nothing kinky, Chris. I'll hold this bag for you.
We got a great night.
Ow!
What's up?
Yes. Okay. The weather is changing. The weather is changing, and I feel like you would look. What's with me today? And I'll check you out. Of course. Right. Wasn't he just cold? All right.
Thank you
Y'all,
so much.
my 2 cents, my piece of the piece is done. So I'm gonna let Chris.
Well, since we giving out gifts, can I get that bell again, Mr. Will?
Ooh. Excellent.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
So this is for you, Toby.
Ow. We give gifts here. We show love.
I'm afraid to open it, Chris.
You know what? We gonna open it after the show.
Okay.
We gonna open it after the show.
You can sit it right here if you like, so they don't forget.
Guys, so I really appreciate the warm welcome having me back. I miss R.U.M TV. But today is not about me. Today is about Toby and O-Line Security.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to get back to talking about O-Line, talking about, you know what, how did you start O-Line, Toby?
That's funny. So I'm a security architect. And I've been a security I've been in this info security world for over 8 years now.
Wow.
And when I first started, I was actually with the White House Communication Agency.
Whoa.
That's huge.
And it was a pretty good time. I got a lot of my experience there. But as I was going through my different gigs and working with different people, I saw that there were certain individuals who either couldn't get in the field or they could get in, they just couldn't stay in because they didn't have the hands-on skills that they were looking for. So one day, I had a group of friends who wanted to get into cybersecurity, and then I had some people who were working, well, they weren't working under me, they were working near me, who were struggling at their jobs. So I got about 20 people together, maybe 15, and I just drew something up. Like the class that you all see now started from that. I just drew something up, put a PowerPoint together. It took me like 3 months to make it. Wow. And half of those people are now working. I'm like, yo, this might work. Let me try this again. So I said, I might need a logo. So I literally drew up a stick figure of what you see, and I gave it to my friend.
What?
That's the same guy who does all of our websites, all of our graphics now.
Wow.
He's dope.
So you have a team?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do this by myself.
I figured as much.
I can't do this by myself.
That's
I
cool.
actually intentionally saved that question outside of class because I wanted to ask you. But
Yeah, I can't. There's no way I could do this by myself. It's
That's
just
what's
too
up.
much that goes into it.
So, Toby, I got to find out about the class through a mutual friend, but how do you get most of your students? Is it word of mouth? How do you promote?
I suck at promotion, right? My promotion is through social media right now, but most of our students are just most of our people who are coming in are just referred by the students. They're just saying, hey, you should check this out. This is dope. Like JJ. And it's funny you called him Julian. I usually don't call him Julian. So when he said I was like, who's Julian, right? Hopefully you didn't tell him that. But
Oh, yeah, I told him for sure. You know I told him.
we went to school together. And he heard about the class from somebody else who was in the class. He told him, and then JJ told you. I think he told your dad, and then he told you. And
Actually, let me tell you this story. So what happened was, all right, so everybody here knows that I work in the leasing office. I'm a leasing specialist. I took Julian's girlfriend on a tour, and they were trying to make a good decision on the apartment. I probably shouldn't say this on here, but I'm going to say it anyway.
You leaving, man. You leaving.
Don't say that. So I took them on a tour, and it was their first time looking for an apartment. I went over the top to make sure they selected a really good one. And they just appreciated it so much. They was like trying to look back out for me. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't do it for that. But like, you know, if I need you in the future, I'll definitely reach out. And I ended up exchanging phone numbers with them. We ended up becoming friends, talking. And one day, just having a normal conversation, I found out that Julian worked in cybersecurity. And I was like, bro, I've been trying to get into this field. Like, can you teach it to me? And he's like, no. And I was bummed out about it. He was like, but I know somebody who can. And he referred me to you. And then, you know, I told my dad about it. And then my dad and I are looking at it and looking at the information. And, you know, so when we first started, Dad was more prepared for the class than I was. So I had to go get prepared for it. But Dad took the class, and as he was doing the class, he just loved it, man. And he talked about it every day, like how he was able to retain the information, how he was learning it. It was so much of it. You know, my dad has already worked. I don't know if he told you, but he's already worked in cybersecurity prior to taking the class. But the evolution of the knowledge that he had prior to what he has now is all because of you. So, yeah, that's really how all of that happened. And like I said, man, I prayed about it, and this is the biggest blessing I've had in a long time, man. Like, seriously. So,
amen.
That's the real story.
Check out before we continue. Can you just move over just a little bit so I can get you in the camera? But it's okay.
What is the best benefit to you though, Toby, working in cybersecurity? What's the best benefit? Would you say it's the financial stability? Is it the opportunities?
No, it's a combination of things. Obviously, financially, you know, ever since I've been in the field, I've been more well off than I've ever been in my life.
Okay.
My mom gets a stipend every month, right? And that stipend just grows.
Wow.
You know, it just keeps growing. And I'm happy that I can do that. My kids, they're in a good private school. You know, financially, obviously, that was my main reason to get into the field. Right? I was making $10 an hour with 3 degrees at one point in time, and I was broke. Like, I was so broke. One of my friends, my closest friend to this day, he would have to drive from Landover, no Suitland, to me to give me $20 for gas.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's actually working for Deloitte now.
Wow, that's really crazy.
You just never know, y'all. You just never know. Wow.
He's making a lot of money now too. So that was my main reason for getting into the field, because I needed money at the time. And then once I learned that, I really like this stuff. It's hard, it's difficult, it's challenging. I like it. And you realize the more that you learn in the field, there are more opportunities. Right? If you're really a subject matter expert of what you do, the opportunities are just unlimited, man. Like, right now, I have people just emailing me all the time, hey, this job. I'm comfortable where I am. But if you saw how much they were offering, it's like, what is going on?
Yeah, I need one of them emails.
Right. But I don't say that to say that everybody can just jump out there in their first job.
That's
get
right.
the dream 6 figures. Some people may come in at 60, 80, 90. But 6 figures, that's the magic number that people want. It's not unattainable. Right? It's not unattainable. You just need the hands-on skills. You need to practice. You need to develop some different techniques, and it's not difficult to get. But I think my favorite part about the field just learning, man. That's literally all I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like after this, I'll be back home in my office, just practicing some different hacking techniques, getting better at it, building different things up. It's hard to find something you love doing and you just do it on your free time. Right?
That's dope.
Let's talk about that, because a lot of people, you hear hacking and the first thing that comes to mind is you're stealing something, right? So
Yes.
and I know when I have conversations with Tisa about it after class, and I try to explain things that we learning, she be like, "Yo, you gotta get away from me now."
I be like, I don't trust you now.
So I want you to talk about the good and the bad side of hacking for everybody on a basic level, so that people can understand that there's good hackers and there's bad hackers, because it's something I learned our first day of class.
Okay.
I think I think it depends on what side you're on, right? Like if you're getting hacked or doing the hacking.
Mm-hmm.
But there are good hackers, right? They're ethical hackers, and then you have the bad guys who are just either trying to deface your website, break into your system, steal some data, shut down the gas pipelines. And then you have the good guys who are trying to stop them, right? Not even the good guys aren't always hackers. They could be somebody like Chris, who's a SOC analyst, who's an incident responder, a forensic analyst. We call you the blue team.
Right.
But there's good and bad, right? And it's hacking isn't as easy as people think it is. That's the one thing I always got to throw out there. It's not as easy as people think it is. It can take hours, days, weeks, months, years to hack somebody that has some value worth taking, right? If you wanted to just hack anybody, you could probably do it a little bit quicker, but it's still not easy, right? Because you have to learn how to, first you have to learn how to get into their network or get onto their system. And then once you're there, how do you escalate your privileges? How do you get more permissions to do more, to take more? And it's difficult.
Let me let's dive into this, because I think people are familiar with this. So if everybody is familiar with when the gas prices went up and you had to go to the gas station, it's 400 people at the gas station, and it's a line of people. Nobody can get gas. Toby, tell everybody what happened with the ransomware attack that compromised the gas station.
All right, so from a high-level view, what happened was, all right, so try not to get too. See, you all do this in class. Right? this is how I look in class. Because we're in class, and then they'll ask me a side question, and I tell them, be careful the questions you ask me, because I will go down that rabbit hole. Even though I shouldn't, I try to back up. Right?
The people want to know.
Yeah. So what happened with the gas pipelines, right? And I didn't study it too much. From a high-level overview, the gas pipelines are controlled by certain devices, right? Embedded systems, SCADA devices.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that. So it's like a puppeteer, right? You have a puppeteer who controls his or her puppet. Okay. Those puppets are machines that control the gas pipelines. Okay. So you have the puppeteer controlling their puppets. The puppets are actually machines controlling the gas pipelines. Well, those puppets, those machines, somebody encrypted it, right? And when you encrypt something, the only way you can get back into it is with the key.
That's called ransomware, everybody.
There you go.
Okay.
And it's ransomware specifically because they were requesting or they demanded to be paid in cryptocurrency
In order to get the key
right.
to use their
So
system.
it's like, hey, I steal your phone. If you want your phone back, you have to pay me.
Exactly.
So that's what happened with
Crazy.
the gas pipelines, right? Those devices, those puppets, they were encrypted, and they were asking for payments.
Well, something similar happened with Baltimore County, like, was that a few months ago, right? And the kids were, like, out of school because of it. Like, that is
It
so
happens all
ridiculous.
the time, right? Hospitals are the biggest target.
I was just gonna say, Toby, tell them about the most difficult recovery that you had. Or what?
It was Mother's Day, May 2017.
Oh, he know. Yeah, specific.
Mother's Day is May 2017.
Oh, man.
What happened then?
We had got hit with a WannaCry ransomware. WannaCry is a specific type. So all the attacks get names, and WannaCry was one of them. I think this was like at the height of it, and this was for a group of hospitals, right? That I used to manage their vulnerabilities and their risks. And ransomware mixed with a worm. A worm is already
Deadly as
own, right? But the worm, if you download it, a worm is a type of malware. Right? Malware is
Self-propagating.
a bad application.
Okay.
Right? If you download a virus, you still have to double click it for it to work. Right? You have to execute it. If you download a worm, that bad boy is going to work. Right? So you have a worm and a ransomware mixed together. All right, that's a recipe for disaster. It just went in throughout our entire network and just started encrypting machines that you use, that nurses are using, doctors are using. You're using it to give birth, to do surgery.
Wow.
So yeah, we had to be up for 48 hours to figure out how to stop it. And that was probably my most hated but yet most beneficial experience ever, because it's not that many times when you have to be there to deal with a big bad attack like that. Like that's bad. That's like the gas pipeline that happened.
Oh my
So
gosh.
just to let everybody know, Chris is not ready to try to figure that out yet.
You know what? You kind of are though.
Really?
Yeah, with what you know, right? And I always tell you all this. Y'all don't have the confidence that I have in you because you haven't been exposed to a production environment, to a real world environment, right? Our recruiters aren't taking you on just because you're going through the class. They're taking you on because of what you're learning, and you all know more than what people are doing. They get paid a ridiculous amount of money.
Okay.
A ridiculous amount of money. And you all know more. You're doing what they do, right, with your labs. It's all hands-on. It's all use case. But I can say that 1,000 times. You're not going to believe me until you actually get there. You're like, you don't know this? You don't know that?
I can have the conversation about it. I could kind of try to talk through how to start to stop that. But honestly, to get to the end point, I'm not confident I can tell you how to stop it.
And it's a good thing you're not going to be by yourself. Right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
true.
That's right.
That's true.
It's always a team that you're working with. Always. Even I work with a team, right? We call ourselves the Justice League. We can't do things.
That's so cool.
That's what's up.
Justice League. That's an I'm getting claps.
How many people are in the class, if I may ask?
So we got the class out of Princeton.
Okay.
Princeton is we have way more people that want to get in. There are people who try to bribe me to pay me double to let them in. But I don't do that because it takes away from the questions and the interactions. It was never, O-line security is not about the money for me, right? If you knew how much I was making, you would, the recruiters know how much I'm making. Which is why they want to work with us. They always ask me, they always say, wow, you're reaching back and doing this and doing that. We want to work with you because they know what I'm doing. They know how much I'm making. So O-line security isn't about the money. I don't even get paid from O-line security. That money goes back into you all, to everything you're doing, to your labs, your resources. I don't touch it.
That's
So
huge.
that's actually my next question.
Absolutely.
What is your motivation, Toby?
Everything. I'm just a passionate person about everything I do.
That's what's up.
I could sit here and say, oh, my motivation is to help you all out, right? I could say a whole bunch of stuff, but
That's good.
it's just really what I do. Like my mom always told me, if somebody needs help and you see them actually trying to help themselves and they're still struggling, then you need to help them,
Yeah.
right? And that's my students. You all need help. And when I see you trying to help yourself, I help you. If I don't see you trying to help yourself, you can ask Chris. I'm hard on you. I'm going to hold you accountable. Most students have never been held accountable before, right? And if you want to get into this field, I need to hold you accountable before you get held accountable by the recruiter.
Yep.
And that's going to be more of an embarrassing situation than what we do in class.
I got in trouble once.
Oh gosh, what you do?
Skipjack.
You might help someone else. I mean, we're gonna do skipjack for you. Right. I'm glad he got that.
Toby, one last question. How much time do we have left? We got time?
What is it? 2:45, 2:50?
Okay. Oh, good. Toby, is there a lot of job security in working in this field?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well.
We don't have to worry about COVID.
No.
Ooh.
No.
It's something
Because
people wouldn't want to know.
Remote work has increased, right? A lot. You're seeing positions that were never remote before
At 100%
that need to be remote, not because of COVID, but because of the demand of everybody else working from home, right? You have more people working from home. Who's going to support that infrastructure that they're using, right? When you're connecting to your your work network, that's a lot more people connecting from remote locations. So it's bound to be more crashes. There are bound to be more denial of service attacks, right? That's something we learned in class. But that's why there are more people being allowed to work from home, because we need more resources. But even before COVID, I've been working from home for like 5 years now.
Wow.
COVID isn't the reason I've been working from home.
Wow.
So there was always remote positions. And there's telework days that you get. So sometimes they let you work home for 2 days, 3 days, after you get comfortable and they trust you. And it saves a lot of money. A lot.
What y'all think? I made a good career switch?
Yeah.
I think you made a good career. So I'm gonna give you a hand.
Yeah. Great job. Really proud of you. Of course. Wow.
Job security definitely there. It's even more secure when you really know what you're doing, right? When you're really hands-on and you can articulate that. Because it's one thing to be very technical and to be the best cyber defender out there, but if you can articulate that to a recruiter or to somebody, it's hard to take you serious, right? You gotta be able to articulate it, but you're gonna have people flooding your DMs over and over and over consistently with jobs that you don't even want to take, right? Courtney's already dealing with that. She's in our class.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? And fingers crossed, her last interview that she did on Friday, I'm praying that she gets that job on Monday. But even if she doesn't, we submitted her for these other positions in Texas, and they're looking for about 50 people, which is why I tried to, try to force you all to jump on it. But it's remote, right?
Yeah.
You can't, it may not be the pay that most people are looking for. Most people don't have the experience anyway, and it's remote.
Right.
So,
It's remote. It's 100%
so
remote.
if you know how to balance your schedule and handle your life and whatever you have going on full time, it's remote. Work it out.
Yeah.
Right? Somehow, some way, we've been taught that we can only do one thing. Right? You can, especially college students. You took 4 or 5 classes.
Yes,
you
Lord.
graduate from school, and now you're only focused on one thing. Why? Right? You're limiting your own potential. It's remote. Figure it out.
Yes.
Don't make any excuses. Just figure it out. Take the experience, because it's going to be great. I told you about one of our students, Bobby.
Yeah.
He almost turned down a great opportunity. He almost turned it down. Right? He doesn't have his degree. Everybody thinks you need a degree to get it. He doesn't have his degree. He got Security Plus certified. Almost turned down a remote position because of some schedule that he wanted to talk about. I'm like, bro, I'm not hearing it. It just sounds like a bunch of excuses. Take this job. Be the best at this job. And let it manifest into something.
Yeah.
Now he turned into the lead of the command center after his first 2 months.
Whoa.
He became the lead.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Like
He
the
did.
lead. That's not easy. The lead.
Yes.
The lead of a command center for the University of Maryland's health system, whatever they had going on.
That's huge.
It's not easy. You can't turn things down.
Wow. I'm praying for Courtney too. And everybody else in the class, especially this one, but all of y'all.
Especially Chris.
Chris gonna have some time on his.
Okay,
Then I can come in the station again.
No. I just want to touch base on, you say you really have to be able to articulate when you're speaking to recruiters, right? I already feel like Chris can explain anything very well. So when he's talking to me about the class, he's like, Toby would be so proud of me if he heard me telling you this. I'm like, Chris, I'm sure he will.
That is funny. I got some dirt on you.
But I love you though, right? It's a good thing.
Wait till Monday.
Yo, you is terrible. Yo.
What's up, Uncle Will? What's up, Uncle Will?
Do you have to really have computer experience to do this?
Well. Take that back.
Okay.
Yes, if you don't go through our class, right? Most, like JJ, he's from a construction background. We've had real estate agents, pharmacists, nurses, football players, knew nothing about computers, right? If you don't go through our class, then yes, you need to do it step by step, right? Go get your A+ certification. That you don't even have to get the cert, just learn what they're teaching you there. And then go learn what they're trying to teach you in networking. And then go ahead and learn the security aspect, because that's what we're doing in class. But I break it down to kindergarten level, not because they're dumb or they don't understand anything, but that's how I learn best. That's how most people learn best. you break it down. I draw because that's another way to learn.
Wow.
And we get hands-on keyboard. Like all their homework assignments are labs. I'm sure you hate me by now. Right? It's all
He
labs.
doesn't.
I'm asking because okay, like a person like me, I'm certified in nothing. So if I come to your class, do I get certification?
So after you take the 10 weeks, so the class is prepping you for the Security Plus cert. Okay, it's not just getting you. So it's the most important part for me in the class is to teach you how to be a hands-on practitioner. Right? That's the goal. In between that goal is Security Plus. Right? Everybody wants a Security Plus cert, but that's gonna get knocked out. We have students who are taking it and passing it their first time from knowing nothing. Right? Nothing about security at all. Right? We had a football player, and I still have his DM. He sent me like an essay about why he didn't think he'd be good for the class. And I told him, look, you're stepping on your own foot. Just think of it like football.
He
right?
says
You
that to
have
us
the
all the
enemy,
time.
You got the people you're going against, and then you got you. Just run right through them. And
Wow.
he's a forensic analyst now.
Wow.
A cyber forensic analyst. Doing his thing.
So
I need to change career.
so for our audience and our viewers who are looking to make that change, can they get in contact with R.U.M TV and we just say, hey, get in contact with Toby? We can do that. We can promote you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Or you can also follow at O-Line Security on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
That is Toby's business social media.
O-Line Security. Yep, O-Line.
Don't be afraid to reach out, y'all. No question is a dumb question.
No, it's not.
Yeah, he really.
It's not. Like it's not if it's new to you, right? I do believe in silly questions, but if it's new to you,
Yeah.
then it's not.
Within reason, y'all. Within reason. I'm sorry, Chris, go ahead.
I probably ask a lot of dumb questions.
It's new to you.
No, you don't. Trust me. You asked the right question in class.
All right,
the
good.
right one.
That's an honor. I gotta clap it up for Chris again because what? I'm not. This is listen. This is huge. Number one. Look, a black student and a black teacher. I mean, come on now. This is in Baltimore. Seriously.
We
A
didn't even
chance and
ask
opportunity
Toby.
to make six figures. What?
Toby, are you from Baltimore?
I'm not.
Okay.
I did my master's program in Baltimore, though.
How long
Really?
have you been here?
Where?
Here in
Baltimore.
I don't live in Baltimore.
You don't live in Baltimore.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, I mean, my brothers would say I live in Baltimore, but I live in Glen Burnie.
It's Baltimore. It's Baltimore.
They just like somebody saying, I don't live in D.C., but I live in PG.
Yeah.
Well, that's two different. DC.
No.
So I was raised in PG.
It's still D.C.
It's not.
Well,
You gotta cross the bridge.
They gonna go back and forth with you.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask you what's separate, but you said it's a bridge.
The culture is similar, like the way we dress, the way we talk. Well, not even the way we talk. They talk different, right?
in DC than PG.
More DC. Okay? PG is just more PG.
We're not gonna talk trash about DC on here, okay? Because I think we got a studio coming open in DC.
Yeah, look at her.
So we're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice to DC today. Y'all, look.
Don't step on your own toes now,
I'm not trying to mess up no business opportunities, okay?
You ain't getting no.
Oh my goodness,
Oh my
y'all
gosh.
funny.
Toby, where do you see O-line security in the next 5 years and then in the next 10 years?
My goal is to be the #1 training academy in the United States and the world. Like this.
Ooh,
Yo, that's what's up.
That's it.
big time.
Wow.
There's some other
Okay.
things that I don't want to reveal yet. I'm a strong believer of not giving out all your goals at once.
Yep.
But you all see one side of O-line security. You see the training academy side. There's a lot more that's in the works that I can't wait to talk about. This is why I'm in my house, in my office all the time, because I'm building that side out.
Gotcha.
And then we have a lot of private companies that send their students. So it's like our morning class. That's a private company's class. So everybody, even those private companies, some of them, they only see the training academy side. And that's the most important part because it's really the kryptonite. Well, not the kryptonite. It's really the secret sauce to the next step.
Okay.
Right? It's going to be a double whammy. And it's going to benefit you all. I could have done it the other way around, which would have benefited me 10 times way more.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably be in Dubai sipping mojitos right now.
Oh, man.
But this way helps you and me.
Yes, sir.
And it's a win-win situation.
That's better. I appreciate that.
Look,
Wow.
I can't wait, man, because
Y'all gonna blow,
this
this blowing up because I'm a big part of. We need to have you just come on the show talk about cyber.
I understand that, y'all. There
Well,
is patience
I was
and
just gonna
purpose.
say,
Purpose and patience. I'm sorry,
if
Chris cut me
Toby
off like he normally do, but I love it.
I apologize.
Go ahead.
Toby, I was actually already thinking about this. Is it possible we could talk after the show and book you for another session so we could just do a little bit more hands-on cybersecurity?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Ooh, this is exciting.
That'd be fun. Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Anytime
I'm
I
so
get
sorry.
my hands on the keyboard, I'm excited. You know?
No, it's all good. I was just saying that it was purpose and patience, but go ahead. You have a lot of questions, I see.
She always play about me asking all these questions.
I'm not. It's a good thing.
No, I actually, that is going to wrap up all of my questions for you, Toby, unless you have something else you want to share that we didn't touch on.
Just advice, I guess. Some security advice that I recommend everybody do.
Okay.
Chris, you're familiar with it, with all your social media accounts, your email accounts. Implement two-factor authentication. And what that means, or do you want to try to explain that? Multi-factor authentication.
So two-factor authentication. I'm so sorry. Basically, you're gonna make sure your stuff is encrypted. Toby always tells us not to use the same password and username for everything.
Okay.
You want to keep different ones.
Smart.
And I'm honestly, I can't remember what the second part is.
So the two-factor, you have your password. That's one way to lock down your account. And then the second factor to lock down your account can be with a code that gets sent to you, right? Or using an app like Google Authenticator.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Right. And, it's really important to do because passwords suck.
Now, Toby, I have a question. If your social media doesn't offer that, and
do.
most of them do, yeah. But if it doesn't, what would be another good way to protect it?
A strong password. The passwords suck.
How do you feel about alternative emails?
Oh, I have like 20 different emails.
Okay, good. Because a lot of people are against that, having more than one. I'm like, that is a great thing.
So, I'll speak on this one. Emails is one of the strongest ways to protect yourself because you cannot copy your email or someone else's. It is exactly that. It's kind of like your DNA. And I only noticed because I had an issue with talking to somebody over Zelle about an issue I had.
I gotta stop you for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
You can.
You can copy emails. You can use the same email.
You can. It's called spoofing. You can spoof somebody's email. Okay. You can. Which is why emails are the greatest attack vectors to compromise anybody. I can sit here right now, send 100 emails out that are very persuasive, very convincing, and it has a malicious link inside of it, and I can guarantee you one person is going to click on that link.
Hang on, Toby. So you're saying that, all right, so I'm not going to give out my email on here, but my email, my personal email, you can use it with a different password and log into an account? Because that's what I was saying.
No. I don't think that's a thing.
So that's what I meant when I said
I'm sorry.
The email, you can't copy it. Once
You're talking about the email name.
Correct.
Okay.
The actual quote-unquote username.
Okay.
You can only use that email for that username for one person. If you use anything different, it's a different username, it's a different email, it's a different account.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
But they can use that
now I'm
one
scared.
name and they
You
can
gotta-
do
you gotta
like
look at spoofing.
Now I'm scared.
They can still take the email.
It's like
and use for their own
right.
devices.
It's not like they can create another email under your name. But a spoofed email is just I'm copying something. Let's say I'm trying not to give anybody's email address. It's like let's say you have KRIS@gmail.com. I can do a KRISS@gmail.com.
Right.
What's the difference? Right.
It's another S.
It looks just like your name, or I spoof your domain. Let's say all your emails are from Gmail or from Chris.com. Let's say you have a domain, a network called Chris.com. Well, I can make a Toby.Chris.com or @Chris.com.
Oh, wow.
And you think that I belong to your organization, where I really don't, right? I just found a way to spoof your domain.
Gotcha.
That email address. So email, you got to be careful with it. It's the easiest way to attack anybody. The easiest, absolute easiest. Even a script kiddie, somebody who doesn't have a technical background can do it. But having a catch-all email that you use for generic stuff is great.
Yeah,
right? Because when you send your emails out, your emails are being sent to other vendors and other companies, and they're going to send you emails. And
because
they all work together. And don't use Yahoo, right? Yahoo is my absolute least favorite.
Oh, dang.
What about AOL?
Oh, I don't know. That's been a while.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
I was
No, he
it's been a while.
He just said he don't recommend it.
He didn't say that.
It's okay, Uncle Will. He said, oh, hell no.
Do you mind me asking? Tell the audience what year you were born.
What do you think if you had to take a wild guess?
92.
Well, 91.
I was about to say that. Y'all. Go ahead. I was about to say that.
I just turned 30 last month, I think.
That's what's
Happy
up, man.
birthday. Congratulations
Look, you
on all
didn't
your
even tell the class.
success.
So
He doesn't have to.
Let me ask you a question about how you grew up. Because you're in PG, not DC. So
I'm so done.
So I was actually born in Nigeria.
Whoa.
I came here when I was about 2 or 3 years old with my mom, and we've been in PG ever since. It was just me, my mom, and my 2 younger brothers. You know, we were pretty bad growing up. Got into a lot of trouble. Got more trouble than I did. I just didn't get caught. And piggyback off of what you were saying earlier was my life story, how parents force you to do something.
Yeah.
Like, my parents are Nigerian. They either want you to do law or do medicine.
Yes.
So it was shoved down my throat. As a kid, I loved computers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But my
I know.
uncle said, you're not going to make any money with computers. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. And I believed him. So, and everybody was already shoving nursing down my throat. And I'm a rebel at heart. So I just said, no, I'm not doing nursing. So I went down the law school path. I actually had an opportunity for a full ride scholarship to law school.
Wow.
And I turned it down to do cyber security.
Hey, man, look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Because I had went to India. I was forced to go to India. I didn't want to go. It was a study abroad internship. I was running track, and I really wanted to focus on track, but my mentors did a good job and got me out the country. And we were learning Hindi, studying Hindi. And while I was there, my host mom, she would take us out onto the roof around 6 in the morning to meditate. And for some reason, she would just ask me, why do you want to do law? Just kept asking. I said, my friends are doing it. It's competitive. And then somehow I remember my uncle wanted me to do it. And she said, why do you want to do it?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. And then when I came back home, I said, I'm not doing law anymore. Like, that's not what I want to do. I'm going back to computers. And I did the whole cybersecurity route. It was probably the hardest thing for me to do in the world. I ended up paying somebody, because my master's program didn't give me what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give me anything I was looking for but a degree. So I paid somebody who lived in India $2,500 to teach me all the skills that I wanted to learn. And because I was in India, I could understand him. Right? I actually tested the highest for reading, writing, and speaking Hindi. When I was there. And we had other people from PWIs who had that at their school. We didn't have that at Bowie. But because I understood the language, it's crazy how God works, y'all. Like, I'm not the big preacher.
No,
Tell me
I
right
understand.
now. It's crazy how God works.
Yeah, miraculous.
I understood him. We were speaking. We were learning. And, yo, if I didn't take that class, there's no way I'd be able to do what I'm doing.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Wow.
He taught me how to hack, how to do network security. Every tool that I use now started with him. I just took it further.
Toby, what's your favorite tool?
Man, I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
Well, I know the one you talk about the most.
Which one?
Splunk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Splunk, that's my baby.
That's a layup.
Oh,
Splunk is my baby. That's my baby. I'm a Splunk consultant, so I gotta be biased with Splunk. And that's not easy to do either. Right?
We haven't
Your
even-
architecture, you gotta build, and I could talk all day about Splunk, honestly.
That's my next class.
I do want to ask a question before we get into the Royal Rumble. Y'all know Royal Rumble's coming. Okay, so I don't want to get into how much the class is per se, but let's just say that there's someone who's like 16, 17, maybe 18. They want to take the class. They're like huge in technology, always asking questions about it. Do you have like a payment plan for your class or anything like that?
We do.
Okay.
And believe it or not, most companies don't have payment plans. Right? You have to do one-time payments. We have high schoolers in the class. We have a high schooler in that class right now. I just don't say it.
Wow.
And he's actually about to get this job that we were talking about.
Wow.
Working remote. I just
Kendrick,
signed him
I asked.
up. Now, I don't have a problem talking about the payment, right? It's right now it's $18.50.
Okay.
Okay, and you will never. And I always challenge people to, right? You're not gonna find a course, a 10-week course that's getting you Security Plus certified, that's giving you hands-on skills, that has partnerships with recruiters for $18.50. The only reason it was at this price, which is very, very ridiculously low, is because that was the only way for me to compete with the market, right? Other people are charging $3,000 for a 3-day course. Some people are charging $2,500 for 2 weeks, and it's not hands-on skills. They're just trying to get you to pass an exam.
Right.
And that's nothing against them. That's what they do. Those classes are more so for people like me who need to re-brush up on some skills or to recertify. Chris can't take that class and expect to get hands-on skills
Right.
and learn how to create certificates and all that. That's not. You had
Toby's class is the way.
we had a student. We have students who've taken those boot camps, and I feel bad because I gotta make them pay again, but that's just what it is. Next year, the class, the live class, is going to be $3,000 next year, and then the e-learning platform that we're about to push out, which is like the best thing ever in the world, because I'm so opposed to e-learning, but this platform right here gave me everything I needed to help you all win. That's going to be $2,500, and our Discord community that you all have, students are going to have access to it for a year. Right? Because I don't want students, even now, like I tell you all in class, I know you all want to get a job. Let's focus on that, but let's focus on getting the skills done first. Even after class is over, I'm still here with you all. Like, we have a nice community on Discord. I don't leave you. I'm not, God willing, if I'm here, and I always tell you all that, I teach you how to fish on your own, just in case I'm not here tomorrow. So I'm like, you all take your time, learn this material. The Discord is going to be there. So that's how we're going to give access to the Discord community for a year. Everybody who's been with us in 2021 and before, you all are going to have a little bit longer access to the Discord because you believed in us. So that's like my gift back to you all.
Wow.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all. It'd probably take us a little bit longer, but that Discord community is gold. That's where everybody's getting jobs from. And that's
Wow.
where all of our resume skills are, interview skills are. And you don't even see everything in there yet. Right?
I know it, and I'm super excited about the stuff that you keep telling us that we're not seeing, but
yeah, I don't show it to you all yet because you get distracted.
He helps you with everything. They have recruiters that come. We have classes on Saturdays. In fact, there's a class that's about to start in 45 minutes that I really want to get to. Everybody, when I tell you, it has every resource available to you. You just got to put in the work. And he says that to you, and we have testimonials from other students in the class, and they will tell you it's all about you. He gives you everything you need to do it. You just got to put the work in and do it.
Wow. I'm so proud of both of you guys. That is so cool.
And one thing, there are a lot of training organizations out there, right? The one thing that helps O-line security stand apart from everybody else is that we're honest, we're transparent, and we care. Like, that's the key thing. There's no, I mean, the magic sauce is obviously the skills and how we teach the class, but transparency. Because anybody can say, oh, I got a training academy, I can help you get certified, I can help you get a job. Where's the proof? We've consistently proved this year over year over year with students who don't know anything, nothing. And we're there for you, even after you get a job. I'm like the annoying dad. I really am. Because believe it or not, some students, after they get out of the class, they're not as motivated anymore because they don't talk to me every day, don't see me every day. And I message you, hey, what's up? And I literally say, talk to me. I'll send you a message, talk to me. What are you doing? Did you get certified? Are you in this channel? Are you preparing for this job? Send me your 3-minute speech so I can listen to it. Some people send it to me at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm up at 4. I respond at 4:30. Like, you did it that quick? Yeah, I'm here for you.
Wow.
I can't help you if you don't talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We have literally, and I can't wait for you to see it, we have everything for you to win. It's up to you to use it. I'm going to do my best to try to drag you over to the water to use it, but you have to use it.
Need you to drink it on your own. Y'all, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up before we get to, the Royal Rumble. But, Chris, if you want to go ahead and shout out Toby's platform so everyone know how to get in contact with him, just in case they want to make a career switch, a great career switch, and get into cybersecurity.
Yep. So as I said it before, you can find Toby at olinesecurity.com. That's the website, but his tag on Instagram is Oline Security, as well as Facebook. I'm already following. Obviously, I'm not on Facebook. I don't do Facebook. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, Toby, I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity to come out and join us on the show. I really, really, really appreciate it.
This was needed. Somebody has been helped somewhere. I don't know. And they're going to watch this after. They normally do come back and watch R.U.M TV. They catch themselves up on the...
I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't get any callers this time. It's
but,
okay.
But that's okay, because sometimes... I love y'all. I want y'all to call in, but this one was different. Like, we needed to have this uninterrupted time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Should he open his gift now, or should we wait till after the show?
We'll wait till after the show.
After the show? Okay, that's fine. All right, y'all. Royal Rumble. Y'all know we got some crazy questions, y'all. Controversial. I just need to know what's going on, what's on your mind, how you feeling about this. So, after a breakup, okay, is it weird or lame for the partner to still support, the ex-partner to still support the other's business? Should you still support it, or should you just say, you know what, the relationship is over, so forget you and your entrepreneurship, I'm out of here? Mr. Wilbur, can everybody hear you? Is your mic on?
Is this question for everybody?
Yes, it's for everybody.
You're
Mr. Wilbur,
going to get a chance to answer.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to answer. She may or may not answer.
Well, I asked, so I'm good. I gave this person advice already, but now they're here.
Mr. Wilbur, you first. I'm going last.
Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I think that it depends on the relationship.
Okay. It just depends on the relationship.
Yeah, because I still support some of my exes.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I mean, I ain't full-fledged like I'm going over there, and all that.
No.
Because I'm about to get ready married, so I can't be like doing that.
I mean, let's just say it's candles, shoes, apparel, and they still purchase something, and they're like, why are you buying something from me? That's weird. Like, if you had a business, I wouldn't support you.
Well, I'm kind of out of like that.
Okay. You different. I like that. All right, Chris? Or Toby?
Toby.
Okay.
We putting Toby on the spot.
Yes, sir.
It depends on the business. Like, if we had a business that we were building together, and this is just my personal opinion.
Okay.
If we had a business that we were building together, and we broke up for whatever reason, I don't see why I wouldn't still support that business that we had built together, or that we were doing something together with.
Okay.
But if we didn't, I don't see the point, right? We broke up. You can like my pictures on social media, you can laugh, but the relationship's over.
Okay.
And it depends if you have kids, you don't have kids. A lot more to it. But for the most part, no, bye.
Okay.
Wow, so I actually feel the opposite. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I definitely agree with Mr. Wilbur. It definitely depends on the relationship. But if your intentions are pure to just support, you're not looking to get back with them or trying to use your support as anything other than that, then why not support them? I guess the question would be, why were you supporting me in the first place if, we broke up and now you don't support me? Because me personally, and then it also depends on what the business is, like Toby said, how that started, how intimately you were involved in the business. I think all of those things play a factor. But if it's in your heart to continue to support somebody because you really genuinely enjoy what they do, and it's not like a motive to try to get them back, then no, I say you should definitely continue to support it.
I see all of you guys' viewpoint. I actually agree, and I didn't think of it that way, but now I'm thinking about it that way. So thank you for that.
Just don't be weird.
I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's lame, but I do feel like the maturity level or the aspect of it, and again also with the type of relationship that it was, and then there's also factors. Is there children involved? Did we have this business together? But for the person to just say, I was going to throw this away after I, put this stamp on it for you, and it's over, like, why you support me, I wouldn't support you. I think that's a little like, well, were you even really down for me? Like, did you even really, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what it comes down to. Like, why did you support them in the beginning? Because y'all was dealing with each other? Because then...
That's fake.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, but it is like that. To me, that's lame.
Yeah.
if you didn't really believe... Obviously, me and Toby ain't no relationship, but I'm gonna use online security for an example.
Yeah.
If I didn't truly believe that I had an opportunity to grow and to enter into a new career path, I wouldn't have paid no money to get in the class. You know what I'm saying? I didn't meet Toby until today. Today's the first time I met Toby.
Face to face.
Face to face.
Face to face.
All right. And the class is completely...
You can't handle the truth.
The class is completely... it's over... Virtual. Yeah, it's virtual. And to be honest with you, I took a leap of faith off of the recommendations from my dad and from Julian. But they knew what I was looking for. I've already expressed... my dad attempted to teach me this stuff when I was 21 and 22, and I couldn't do it. And I gave it another chance because I believe that I was able to learn it if somebody can make it fun. And Toby makes it fun. Now, I can tell you straight up, if me and Toby had a falling out and I wasn't rapping with him no more, I would still tell people, yo, go to online security and they will get you certified. I would still support you. I would still tell my friends about it. I'm still going to keep posting about it because I think it's a brilliant idea you had. It's a brilliant opportunity for other people. So,
and if I get a piece of my piece, Chris is a huge football fanatic, okay? So the fact that, he knew what was up, okay? That's why it's fun. So he could have did it when he was 21. He missed out on 6 figures. Don't try to blame that. Y'all, thank you guys so much for tuning in with Royalties and my boy,
Chris.
We had Toby on the show, guys. Definitely reach out. You're looking to make a career switch. Please hit us up or hit the man up yourself. Be smart. Toby always says... love your family, or he says something sweet. I be listening to Chris's class, okay? I be there, right? And they be touching me, y'all, because y'all know how I feel about people. I love y'all.
He says, love your family.
Hold on to
your loved ones. Give them a kiss.
And make sure they know that you love them, because I didn't get... my best friend died last year.
I'm so sorry.
And I didn't get the chance to tell him how much he helped me to get where I am today.
Wow.
So you don't want to feel that.
Yeah.
So
oh, wow.
Always hold on to him when you can.
Y'all, he's super humble, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in Royal TV. It's your girl, Royalties, and your boy.
Chris.
We out. Peace.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. That was awesome. I'm going to walk in front of my camera, and you walk in front of my camera.